Today we'll discuss few questions on linear expansion. In the last hour, we have discussed synopsis on thermal expansion. That is, we have discussed linear expansion, aerial expansion, and volume expansion. Today we'll see some questions on linear expansion. Today's my first question is two identical rectangular strips, one of the copper and other of steel, are united together to form a bimetallic strip such that coefficient of linear expansion of copper is greater than coefficient of linear expansion of steel. On heating, the strip will is the question. See what is given. Two identical rectangular strips, one of copper, another is steel. See, two rectangular strips. See, it is one strip. This is the another strip. Initially, both have same length. Pivoted means these ends are fixed. These ends are fixed like this. See, it is a copper. It is steel. Whenever we heat this combination, see, whenever we heat this combination, both copper as well as steel get expanded. So suppose if these ends are not fixed, then the final situation would be like this. This is the copper and it would be steel. Because alpha of copper is more than steel. Hence, for a given temperature, copper will expand more than steel. Therefore, it is the final position of copper. This is the final position of steel. On heating, if the ends are not fixed. If ends are fixed, what happens? See, if ends are fixed, this is copper, it is steel. If ends are fixed, on heating, the ends are together. As a result, this will start to bend like this. This will start to bend. It will be steel, it will be copper. Hence, first option say remain straight. It is not possible because it would happen when the ends are not fixed. Bend with a copper on convex side. You know that this is called as concave side. This is called convex side. See, today this is called concave side. From upper it is convex side. If I look at the second, bend with a copper on convex side. On convex side is copper. Yes, its B is correct. Okay. So steel is on convex side, wrong. Get twisted, wrong. So option is B. Next. Here, next question. Two rods of length L1 and L2 are made up of materials whose coefficient of linear expansions are alpha 1 and alpha 2 respectively. The difference between their lengths will be independent of temperature if L1 by L2 is. Okay, try to understand. It's given that the rod whose length is L1, its coefficient of linear expansion is alpha 1. the rod whose length is L2, coefficient of linear expansion is alpha 2. Right? The difference between their lengths will be independent of temperature if, means after heating also difference in their length should be remains same. Then is a question. So first we will try to understand the problem. Assume for a minute, initially the first rod has a length 10 centimeter and second rod has a length 12 centimeter. Now difference in the length is 2 centimeter. So on heating, whenever we heat, assume this becomes 11 centimeter and this becomes 13 centimeter. Now also difference is 2 centimeter. He said on heating difference in the length should remain same. Okay. So to have difference remains same, look at the change in the length in the first rod. But the change in the length in the first rod, then it becomes 11, means change is 1 centimeter. But the change in the length in the second rod, 12 becomes 13, is also 1 centimeter. Means on heating, to have difference in the length remains same, ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲೆಂತ್ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ difference between their lengths independent of temperature ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ to have difference is independent of temperature, then change in the length in the first rod should be equal to change in the length in the second rod. Okay, but you know already change in the length on heating, change in the length on heating is equal to alpha into initial length into change in the temperature. Okay, so if I write difference in the length in the change in the length in the first rod is alpha of first rod, or otherwise I'll go in short, for both to have independent of temperature change in the length should remain same. Here temperature is also kept same, means in both the rods increase in the temperature is also same. Then I can say alpha into length should be constant, means alpha is equal to constant by length, or length is equal to constant by alpha. Based on this I can say length is inversely proportional to alpha. Length is inversely proportional to alpha. Today I want L1 divided by L2 is equal to, inversely means alpha 2 by alpha 1. Alpha 2 by alpha 1. That's the second question. Okay. So note down. Next question. Two rods, one aluminium and other made up of steel, having initial lengths L1 and L2 are connected together to form a single rod of length L1 plus L2. The coefficient of linear expansions for aluminium and steel are alpha suffix A for aluminium and alpha suffix S for steel respectively. If length of each rod increases by same amount when their temperatures are raised by T degrees Celsius, then find the ratio L1 divided by L1 plus L2. Okay, instead of solving this problem, I'll try to write its answer directly. See how. It is given that if length of each rod increases by same amount when the temperatures are raised by T degrees Celsius, means from this sentence it's clear that on heating, change in the length remains same. It means it is similar to our previous problem. When their lengths are remain same, I can arrive this relation, right? Then question is L1 divided by L1 plus L2 is how much? Okay, fine. First, instead of taking this much, directly I will start from here. L1 is a length of aluminium, L2 is a length of steel, and alpha A is for aluminium, alpha S for steel. Since we know that they are inversely proportional, I can say it is steel for 1 means aluminium. Okay, so L1 can be written as alpha S by alpha A into L2. Today I want L1 divided by L1 plus L2. Okay, L1 I keep as it is divided by, okay, see L1 I'll write it as, okay, better, I'll do one thing, little bit, change L1 divided by L1 plus L2. L1 is as it is, whole divided by, here I will take L1 common, means 1 plus L2 by L1. You know here, this L1 and this L1 get cancelled. Then 1 whole divided by 1 plus L2 by L1. L2 by L1 means like alpha A by alpha S. Pause the screen and simplify. Final answer will be verified. So option number 3 is correct. So this is our calculation method. By prediction I can say, see denominator anyway we want L1 plus L2. L1 plus L2. So it means in denominator we get sum of alphas. Means answer is either this or this. So these were directly wrong. In numerator we have L1. So as we know that L is inversely proportional to alpha. If you have L1 in the numerator, so while writing alpha it should be opposite, inverse, that is for steel. Hence we are expecting alpha S in the numerator. Therefore C is correct. If you know this relation, you can predict the answer easily. Next question. Two rods of length L and 2L having coefficient of linear expansions alpha and 2 alpha respectively are connected end on end. The average coefficient of linear expansion of the composite rod equal to. Okay, see, consider it is a first rod of length L. Coefficient of linear expansion is alpha. Say it's a second rod of length 2L. Coefficient of linear expansion is 2 alpha. So whenever we hit both first rod as well as the second rod, both will get expanded. Then the total expansion, that is change in the length of the composite rod, composite means combined, is equal to increase in the length of first plus increase in the length of second. That's all. Since we know that change in the length is equal to alpha, initial length, and change in temperature. Now substitute for composite. For composite, total length is equal to L. It is 2L, means total length is, sorry, alpha first I'll write. Alpha of composite. L means total length of the composite rod is 3L. Change of the composite rod is delta is equal to, for first, alpha, initial length is L, change in the temperature is delta T, plus for second, alpha is 2 alpha, length is 2L, change in the temperature is delta T. So when you simplify this combinedly, you can get 3 alpha for composite L into delta T is equal to alpha L delta T plus 4 alpha L delta T. Just to simplify, you get your answer. Here L delta T, L delta T, L delta T are common. So I can cancel on both sides. Right? So now I can say 3 times of alpha of composite is equal to 5 times of alpha. Today I am interested in C alpha. So answer 5 by 3 times of alpha. Pause the screen and copy. Next question. The radius of a ring is R and its coefficient of linear expansion is alpha. If temperature of the ring increases by theta, then circumference will increases by. Increase in the circumference is the question. Hope it's also easy. Say it is a ring. Say initial circumference is equal to 2 pi into radius r. Today we want circumference increases by. How much circumference increases is the question. Okay, so we know that delta L means increase in the circumference is equal to alpha initial length into change in the temperature. Here alpha is as it is. So initial length is nothing but 2 pi r. Change in the temperature increases by theta. And simplify, you get answer as second. Question number 18. A uniform metal rod is used as a bar pendulum. If the room temperature rises by 10 degrees Celsius and coefficient of linear expansion of the metal rod is 2 into 10 to the power plus 6 per degree Celsius, the period of pendulum will have percentage increase of. Okay, for this question, I have given a direct relation. Percentage change in the time period is equal to, half into percentage change in the length. This is half. This is nothing but alpha into delta t into 100. Hope alpha is given as 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. Delta t is nothing but rise in the temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. Substitute and simplify. Come back. Half into 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. This is nothing but 10 into 100. This cancels, it will be 1. This is 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2 means 3. So final will be 10 to the power minus 3 is the answer. Okay, this you can predict also. We know that whenever temperature is increased, prediction method, as temperature increases, length of the pendulum also increases. As temperature increases, length of the pendulum increases. According to this relation, time period is directly proportional to under root of length. So as length increases, time period also increases. So time period increases means first option and second option I can cancel directly because they shows decreases. This negative sign indicates that they are decreasing. But according to the formula, they increase. Hence, first is wrong, second is wrong. Only possibility is third and fourth. Here also, as I give the formula, alpha into delta t, here 2 into 10 becomes 20. But we know the formula is half divided by 2 means once it is gone, then it will be no possibility of getting 2. It will be directly fourth option. Next question. It's a very much important to understand. Once you understand, it's enough. Solution is simple, understanding is important. A steel scale measures the length of a copper wire as 80.0 centimeter when both are at 20 degrees Celsius. The calibration calculation of temperature of the scale, a 20 degrees Celsius taken as a standard. What would be the scale read for the length of the wire when both are, it is R, at 40 degrees Celsius? Is a question. Okay. See, first we'll try to understand the problem. Alpha of steel is equal to 11 into 10 to the power minus 6, whereas okay, something is difference here. Second one must be alpha of copper. Alpha of copper is 17 into 10 to the power minus 6. It should be of copper, not steel. Both becomes steel, but it should be a copper. See, as we know, first try to understand. This is the copper wire. It's a copper wire. And here is the scale. Here is the scale. At 0 degree Celsius. Now it is given that here is 80 centimeter. 80 centimeter. At 20 degrees Celsius it is. Now whenever we heat, both the copper as well as steel expands. There is an expansion of both copper as well as steel. Say, here as we know that alpha of copper greater than alpha of steel, means at given increase in the temperature, copper will expand more than the steel. Assume the steel scale which is made up of steel. After expansion, this 80 point in 80 centimeter point 20 degrees Celsius ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ, ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರೆ ಈ 80 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತಿದು, ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಕಾಪರ್ ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಪರ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅದರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂತು, ರೈಟ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಪರ್, if steel and copper have same alpha, then both would have expanded equally. ಎರಡು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಆಲ್ಫಾ, ಬೋತ್ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ಲಿ. ಎರಡು ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಕಾಪರ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಮತ್ತೀಗ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ, ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ 80 ಬಂತು, ಈ ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದಾಗ 80ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ, 80ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಈ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನಾವೇನಾದರೂ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರಬಹುದು? ಓಕೆ, ಈ 1 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, 25 ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿ ಆರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ರಾಂಗ್. ಈಗ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಯಾವುದು? ಇದರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. ಈ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಈಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು ಈ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಎಷ್ಟದ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. this is nothing but expansion in the copper. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ expansion in the steel. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು ಇವತ್ತು what I want today is change in the length of the bolt. That is change in the length of copper, or otherwise ನೀವು ಫೈನಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಕೂಡ ತಗೋಬಹುದು, ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ತಗೋಬಹುದು, ಫೈನಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಪರ್ minus final length of steel. You know that length and barithi now we come. How do we write the length? L is equal to initial length in bracket 1 plus alpha into delta t. ಹಿಂಗರ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಒಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊದಲು ಹೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ in the beginning what I said, today I want difference in the length, difference in the change in the length, change in the length of copper minus change in the length of steel. Change andre initial length, since initially both have same length, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಎರಡರದ್ದು L0 ಅಂತ ತಗೋತೀವಿ. ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಮೈನಸ್ L0 ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಇಂಟು ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ. ಇನ್ ಬೋತ್ L0 into delta T is common. In bracket alpha of copper minus alpha of steel. Now pause the screen and substitute and simplify. See, it is 80. In change in the temperature, 20 becomes 40. So change is 20. Difference in the alpha, ಇದು 17 ಇದೆ, ಇದು 11 ಇದೆ. Difference is 6 into 10 to the power minus 6 is the difference. Okay, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ 6 into 2 is 12, 12 into 8 maybe 96. 96 here zeros into 10 to the power minus 6. It was a minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, this one 0. And 0.0096 is the difference. Here final length ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, initial length plus difference ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you get your answer. Probability is first one. First. Question number 20. Okay. A measuring tape made of steel is calibrated at 5 degrees Celsius. If coefficient of linear expansion of steel is 10 to the power minus 5 degrees Celsius, the percentage actually it's percentage error in the measurement at 40 degrees Celsius is the question. Asking for percentage error. Hope you know direct relation for percentage change in the values. Maybe percentage change means change divided by original, means percentage change in the length. Delta L percent is equal to alpha into delta T multiplied by 100 will give you the answer. Substitute and simplify. probably first one is the answer. Okay, now next questions are based on combination, means blend questions. If temperature of a uniform rod is slightly increased by delta T, its moment of inertia is I about a perpendicular bisector increases by. See, problem is here we have a rod say of length L about a bisector, its moment of inertia is I. Whenever we increase the temperature, what is the change in the moment of inertia is the question. We know that moment of inertia is equal to m L square divided by 2 about the axis passing through the middle and perpendicular to the length is this. Okay, today we want percentage increase in the length. So instead of detailed solution, I'll try to go in short. As we know that when we increase the temperature, in this expression m and 12 are constant, then I is directly proportional to L square. Once I told percentage change in I is equal to see power, what's the power here? 2 into percentage change in here. Hope you know. So he is not asking percentage change, I think. How much increases asking? Delta L. Delta L is asking. Okay. So delta L means direct, you can say 2 into this delta L, change in the length is, not percentage, change in the length is initial length and alpha into delta T. So but we know that here I am interested in I, so we must write for I. So if I remove this, it will 2 alpha delta T will be the answer. Instead of L it is I. Substitute and simplify, you get your answer. If you don't understand, then delta I by I, delta L by, now you can delta I by I is equal to delta L by L, fractional change is alpha into delta T. Send this I that side, you get third as your answer. Next, I think this problem is similar to this. Okay, try. This half of this problem is this. Hope it's alpha into delta T, third option. Now, there are two questions for homework. This is similar to our previous question, right? Pause the screen and note down. These are the answers. Next, this is also second homework of the today's class. Pause the screen and note down. So these 10 to 12 questions are on linear expansion. So on areal and volume expansions, number of questions are less. In next video, we'll finish problems on areal expansion and volume expansion and combined areal linear and volume expansions. Okay, we'll meet in next video.